High school sports on Ticket TV is brought to you by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street, Bangor, Union Street, Bangor, and Wilson Street, Brewer. Greenway Equipment Sales in Bangor and Ellsworth. Nothing runs like a deer. Next Home Experience. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. Hidden Meadows Golf Course in Old Town, where golf is for everyone. Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center in downtown Bangor. Heroes is the place to be. Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and office furniture. Dean's Detailing, the leader in auto detailing since 1971. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. UMaine Athletics. For Black Bear tickets, visit goblackbears.com/tickets or call 581-BEAR. And Northeast Driving School, Greater Bangor's best driver's education for 56 years. Ticket TV is also brought to you by Darling's Auto Group, Acadia Federal Credit Union, Bangor Mall Cinemas, Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company, Uno Pizzeria and Grill, Bangor Window Shade and Drapery, Doors Equipment Company, Union Street Towing, Pushaw Energy, The Fitch Company, Bennett Auto Center, The Growing Place, Hillside Athletics, UMaine Early College, Bangor Tire Company, Old Town Redemption Center, Pat's Pizza in Hamden, Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, Saliba's Rug Cleaners, Traditions Golf Course, North Star Waste and Recycling, Bar Harbor Hannaford, Sweet Cheeks Bakery, Hopkins Energy, Coastal Auto Parts, Brewer Federal Credit Union, Hammond Lumber Company, First National Bank, and Thomas College. Now let's get you out to the action on Ticket TV.
Hello everyone, good afternoon and welcome to Orono High School and welcome to high school baseball here on Ticket TV. Today we feature a Class C North matchup between the George Stevens Academy Eagles and the Orono Red Riots. Jim Churchill and Ernie Clark in the Dean's Detailing broadcast booth. Dean's Detailing, the leader in auto detailing since 1971. And this is the Northeast Driving School pregame show brought to you by Northeast Driving School. They've been the leader in driver training for 56 years. All right, Ernie, let's take a look at the Class C North standings. First of all, as the Red Riots are taking some infield, and we just lost them on our graphics.
Yeah, Red Riots are fourth in the division, however. They are 4-4, coming off a loss last night on Ticket TV to Old Town from Class B. They see Mackinac Cook Academy from Lincoln is at the top of the standings. Narraguegas from down east, the number 2 seed, and Foxcroft Academy, the 3 seed. Pretty strong group for 6 or 7 schools. I guess you can't never count out Bucksport sitting in the 8th spot. George Stevens very, very young, this team, rebuilding. Have one of the veteran coaches in the state in Dan Kane, but the roster with just 2 seniors and 10 freshmen making up the bulk of the roster. So they're in a bit of a rebuilding mode, off to a 2-7 start. I believe they're in 12th place. Top 10, I believe, make it, maybe 11 that make it to the playoffs, 2/3. And so they'll need a couple of wins here late in the regular season, although all those teams between, say, 10 and 14 are bunched pretty much together. And so we'll see. Any win that George Stevens gets at this point is big in terms of trying to qualify for a prelim. And Orono's trying to maintain home field advantage, at least through the quarterfinals, and get a first-round bye. And right now they're right in the middle of it at 4-4. Yeah,
it's just amazing that you see a team like George Stevens Academy. They played 9 games. Some other teams have played 4, 5. Sumner is 1-4. Fort Kent 2-2. I guess no surprise there. But
the one that would be the surprise there would be Sumner,
right?
Which has played just 5 games out of their 16, and they're just east of Ellsworth and just north of Blue Hills. So and George Stevens Academy. So yeah, they're going to be playing a bunch of games in a hurry. It's going to be testing on certainly the pitching staff, but right now Orono reached the midpoint of its schedule yesterday and now begins the second half of its season at home here this afternoon.
All right, these standings are brought to you by Acadia Federal Credit Union. 8 locations, 3 of them in the Bangor area. Find out how Acadia can enrich your life at acadiafcu.org. Our coverage of high school baseball here on Ticket TV presented by Greenway Equipment Sales. Greenway Equipment Sales in Ellsworth and Bangor. Nothing runs like a deer. And we're also presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Main Street in Bangor, and Union Street in Bangor as well. Let's take a look at the rosters for these two baseball programs. We'll start with the visitors from George Stevens Academy, coached by Dan Kane.
Yeah, I mentioned the youth of the roster, just 2 seniors, 1 junior, 2 sophomores, and then 10 freshmen on the 15-player roster. So you got a lot of young players getting a lot of early experience or experience early in their high school careers. Will be interesting. Knowing that Orono won the earlier meeting between this team in 6 innings, 13-0, but it was the opening game of the season in really mid-April, and so it'll be interesting to see how playing half their schedule has fostered some improvement among the younger Eagles.
Our roster is brought to you by Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company. Now let's look at the home team's roster, the Orono Red Riots. You see the George Stevens Academy Eagles making their way back towards the third base dugout.
Yeah, Red Riot's kind of a typical high school roster in terms of at the varsity level in grade. 7 seniors, 3 juniors, 3 sophomores, and 1 freshman among the 14. So there is a little bit more experience there on the part of the Red Riots. They played a difficult schedule. They have 4 losses that have come against teams with a combined record at this point of the season of 20 wins and 6 losses. So they are kind of like beating the teams that they're ahead of and coming up short against the teams that are ahead of them, including yesterday when it was a 2-1 game going into the bottom of the 6th, or 2-0 going into the 6th. They scored a run to make it 2-1, and then Old Town Class B team, high up in the standings in Class B North, broke the game open with 6 runs to make it an 8-1 final. It was closer than the score would indicate at the end of the game.
High school sports on Ticket TV, presented by Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and office furniture. Call them at 942-2226 or visit LevesqueSupply.com. We're also presented by Next Home Experience. Next Home is the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. All right, we're going to take a break here in the Northeast Driving School pregame show. We'll come back. We'll take a look at the program histories for these two teams as the Eagles get set to take on the Red Riots here on Ticket TV.
Nothing runs like a deer.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith Brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a deer. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
Your local professional eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food.
Stay for the friends.
All right, we're back here on Ticket TV. High school baseball coming your way. It's the George Stevens Academy Eagles and the Orono Red Riots. Jim Churchill, Ernie Clark here in the Dean's Detailing broadcast booth. And our coverage of high school sports here on Ticket TV is presented by Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, the official sports grill of Ticket TV in downtown Bangor, and at herosportsgrill.com. Let's take a look at the program histories. We'll start with the Eagles from Blue Hill.
Yes, it's been a pretty strong program since the turn of the century, really. You go back to even the 90s, and they were winning regional and state championships. And in terms of state championships for George Stevens, most recently in 2003, 2004, winning back-to-back, and most recent regional championships, 2016. But you go back to the early 2000s, 2002, 2005, and 2009. Regional championships, but they went 2002, 3, 4, and 5, getting to the state championship game in each of those years and winning a couple back-to-back in 2003 and 2004.
And now for the Red Riots. Of course, we saw the Red Riots yesterday in that ball game against the Old Town Coyotes, dropping to 4-4, and here's their program history.
Yeah, also been very successful over the same span of time, although you can go back to the 70s and see a strong run there. But I believe that was Class B, 73, 74, 77 regional championships and a state title in 78. And then more recently, state championships in 2017, 2021, and an additional regional title in 2019. Last year went 500, beat George Stevens in the prelim round, lost to Foxcroft Academy in the quarterfinals as the number 8 seed.
All right, high school sports on Ticket TV is presented by Hidden Meadows Golf Course, 240 West Old Town Road in Old Town, where golf is for everyone. All right, we're going to take another timeout. When we come back, we'll get you the starting lineups. We'll get you the keys to the game. This is high school baseball on Ticket TV.
Maine's largest network of parts just got a little bigger. Coastal Auto Parts, newest location in Bangor, has all your automotive needs to get you to the moments that matter most. Whether you're a professional mechanic or just need a little help, find everything you need all under one roof. Our knowledgeable staff is here to assist you with friendly service and expert advice right here at 200 Sylvan Road, just off I-95. Drive in, stock up, and hit the road with confidence. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team, like the people at Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and get expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
With Thomas College, it's possible to earn a degree in 3 years and a master's in 1. It's possible to find yourself graduating career-ready through one of the nation's first guaranteed jobs programs. It's possible to become the future you, the one you dream to be. Because for 130 years, we've been dedicated to helping students unlock their possible. Because we are in the business of possible. That's Thomas College. Unlock your possible at thomas.edu.
Maine football's purpose and belief are represented in the One Direction arrow. The arrow is a reminder that it takes all of us working together to be the best. Blackbird Nation, join us as we work in one direction towards victory. One team, one state, one direction.
Welcome back to Orono High School baseball here on Ticket TV on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Had a great day yesterday as the Red Riots took on the Coyotes in Old Town. Another nice day here this afternoon for this ball game between the George Stevens Academy Eagles and the Orono Red Riots, and our player in the spotlight, Ernie, is Callum Bryant, the right-handed starter for the Riots in this one. Also a member of the Ticket TV team.
But that's not why he's in our profile.
No.
He's in our profile as a starting pitcher today because the last time these teams met back in mid-April, season opener for both teams, Callum Bryant threw a 6-inning no-hitter as Orono won 13-0 in that game. Bryant struck out 12, walked 1, threw 80 pitches, 53 for strikes, and faced in 6 innings just 19 batters, so just one over the minimum. That means errorless defense on the part of the Red Riots, as well as the one walk was the only base runner that he allowed.
All right, 1-1 is the count, and that one's going to skip past the catcher Noah Schaff. Started this ball game at 4:28. So 2 balls and a strike to the leadoff batter here for George Stevens Academy. One of the seniors on this roster.
Yeah, he's a
Takes
veteran.
ball 3.
He's been on the varsity at least 3 years as I went back through and saw how they have played over the years. He's definitely one of the elder statesmen on the roster.
Isaiah Radell. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and that is in there for strike 2. Let Ernie give us the George Stevens Academy starting lineup right now as there's ball 4, and Radell down to first with a walk.
Well, there's the walk from last time out. Get that out of the way. First batter. Lineup for George Stevens, Radell batting first. Charlie Sullivan, the catcher, hitting second. Wyatt Young at first base, hitting third. Skylar Carter. As my soda blows, my water blows. Left field, batting fourth. Max Eckenfelder, the pitcher, batting fifth. Noah Grindle at third base is sixth. Ange Vino, designated hitter, hitting seventh for Reese Drock, the center fielder. Wyatt McGraw in right field batting eighth, and Spencer Young, the second baseman, batting ninth.
Foul ball in the first pitch. 0-1 to Charlie Sullivan. He's the catcher for George Stevens.
Just a freshman.
Runner going at first, and the throw down is going to be high, backed up by the shortstop, Bagley.
Well, it's going to be a key for George Stevens. It's just, again, kind of like Orono yesterday against Old Town, trying to manufacture runs when you get a chance. George Stevens only scored 22 runs in their 7 games, which is, 7 times 3? 3 runs a game.
9 games, right?
Yeah, 9 games, even less, yeah. What a math major I am. But
foul to the right, 1-2 on Sullivan.
so they're only averaging a couple of runs a game, and in order to win today, may not need a lot more than that, but you're going to need to score some runs. And so taking that extra base with Radell, the veteran, stealing second after the walk, gives George Stevens a chance to strike early.
Good look at a called strike 3 right there from our camera behind the plate. So Sullivan is caught looking. That is strikeout number 1 in the ball game for Callum Bryant. Runner in scoring position at second base. Radell 1 away, and now Wyatt Young coming to the plate. And that ball is hit into right field. And the play's going to be made there by Logan Williams, tagging at second, and scooting over to third base is Radell. So Wyatt Young flies out to right on the first pitch from Bryant. 2 down, runner now at third base, and the batter will be Skylar Carter.
Yeah, that ball hit down the line, not that deep, but flared down the line, and it's an awful long throw for the right fielder for Orono, Logan Williams, and not much of a chance to make a play.
That one is chopped foul, third base side. Strike 1 to Carter.
Outfield in this game from left to right. Mentioned, Jack Brewer in left field, Will Francis in center, and Logan Williams in right. Get the infield in just a minute here.
Breaking pitch down in the dirt. Stopped there by Schaff, and a swing and a miss by Carter. It's 0-2.
Infield, third base is Zach Ryder. Shortstop is Kason Bagley. Matt Allen at second, and Andrew Barrett at first.
Swing and a miss, and that will do it for Skylar Carter and the Eagles. They will strand a runner at third base after a half inning. It's the Eagles 0, and the Red Riots coming to the plate on Ticket TV.
2024 was a fantastic year of growth for Next Home Experience, and it's all because of you. Thank you for choosing Next Home Experience for buying and selling your next home. Here's to a fantastic 2025. Get looped. Get sold. Next Home Experience.
Welcome back to Orono High School. Jim Churchill, Ernie Clark in the Dean's Detailing broadcast booth as we go to the bottom of the first inning. George Stevens did not score in the top half. And we have a left-hander going for, it's Max Eckenfelder, going for George Stevens Academy, facing the lineup of the Orono Red Riots. Ernie, why don't you run down through that?
Yes, leading off and playing first base, Andrew Barrett. Will Francis, the center fielder, hitting second. Jack Brewer is third. Noah Schaff, Brewer, the left fielder. Schaff at catcher. Noah Schaff batting cleanup. Kason Bagley, shortstop, hitting fifth. Logan Williams, the right fielder, sixth. The final three in the order were second baseman Matt Allen, third baseman Zach Ryder, and pitcher Callum Bryant. Defensively for the GSA Eagles, left field is Skylar Carter, center fielder is Reese Drock, and right field Wyatt McGraw, third base Noah Grindle, shortstop Isaiah Radell, second base is Spencer Young, and first base is Wyatt Young. And that's a nice catch. How's that? Caught it right in the face as it flew by me.
Nice score sheet went flying.
Catcher is Charlie Sullivan. For Max Eckenfelder, the pitcher. Eckenfelder, a freshman on the mound, and Sullivan, a freshman behind the plate. First year battery for Coach Dan Kane.
High school baseball on Ticket TV, brought to you by Acadia Federal Credit Union. Acadia FCU is a full-service financial institution with 8 branches, 3 of them in Bangor. Find out how Acadia can enrich your life at acadiafcu.org. And the first pitch by Eckenfelder is down in the dirt. Ball 1 to Andrew Barrett.
Lefty on lefty action to start the game here with a left-handed hitting Barrett up against Eckenfelder.
Don Joseph, the head coach for the Red Riots, coaching at third base. 2-0 now on Barrett. Coverage of high school sports here on Ticket TV, brought to you in part by Darlings in Bangor, Ellsworth, and Newport. With a great selection and great service, they're ready to put you behind the wheel. Visit darlings.com or stop in today. You'll do better at Darlings.
Barrett out ahead of that 2-0 pitch, swinging strike.
2-1 deal, and then it's going to miss upstairs. Eckenfelder, the kick. Here's his pitch, and that grabs the outside edge. Full count to Barrett. Here's the payoff pitch, and breaking pitch over the outside part of the strike zone, and that is called strike 3.
Too good to take there. Looked like he's found that outside corner with each of those last 2 fastballs and sends Barrett back to the bench unfulfilled.
It's going to bring up Will Francis, center fielder for the Red Riots. Hit the ball hard yesterday, and at least 3 at-bats, and he takes one at the letters there for strike 1. Eckenfelder ready, 0-1 pitch, and this is bounded foul, third base side, nothing in 2.
Key for Eckenfelder is not to give anything away, throw strikes, and make Orono earn its offense. Rely on his defense to make plays. So far, so good.
Now the 0-2 pitch from the freshman left-hander, and Francis fouled it back to the screen. Still nothing in 2 on Will. Today's game brought to you by the Fitch Company, where you'll find experienced electrical and control systems engineers, field technicians, designers, and drafters ready to meet varied engineering challenges or handle projects. Visit them at fitchcompany.com. And Will times that one, and a ground ball to shortstop. It's going to go through the shortstop into left field, and that'll be an E6 and Orono's first base runner of the day.
Yeah, pretty routine grounder there. Just shortstop for George Stevens. Isaiah Radell just lifted up before he had the ball, and ball went through the 5-hole into left center field.
All right, 1 on, 1 out. And Jack Brewer to the plate. Was the starting pitcher for the Red Riots in yesterday's ball game. And Jack was bluffing the bunt there. I think somebody missed the sign. It might have been Will Francis based upon everybody's reaction.
So we'll see how he handles this pitch.
And he's going here, and Brewer is swinging away. Skies at the left field. And the catch is going to be made out there, and Will Francis will return to first base. 2 down. Francis at first, and Noah Schaff coming to the plate.
Now, Dan Kane over on the George Stevens bench asked his catcher to go out and talk to his pitcher, so I don't know if it's a scouting report on Schaff or what exactly, or the possibility that Francis may be active on the base pass, and the thought that he might want to try to keep him close, although the fact that he's left-handed, you would think would keep Francis a little closer than normal. You don't see a lot of left-handers at the high school level, and they've got a little bit of an advantage looking directly at the base runner at first base, and there he goes throwing it over on.
Checking in on the Orono base runner. Today's game here in these breezy conditions, but nice and warm conditions, brought to you by Bangor Window Shade and Drapery, offering custom blinds, shades, drapery, and outdoor awnings. Bangor Window Shade, 105 Main Street in Bangor. There goes Francis again. Throw down a second, and he'll slide in safely with a stolen base. So now a runner in scoring position here for Schaff. Pitch was a ball.
Yeah, he may try to take third here and force George Stevens to make a play. It wouldn't shock me. There he goes.
Felder to the plate, and Francis taking off for third. Pitch in the dirt. It's 2-0 on Schaff. Another stolen base for Francis.
Because we've quite familiar with Will Francis through what he's been able to do, well, in basketball, but particularly in football. And just very athletic out there. And
this one is skied on the infield. Radell, the shortstop, looking up, and he'll make the catch for the final out. So the Eagles stranded a runner at third base. The Riots do the same here in the bottom of the first inning. After 1 in Orono, no score. This is high school baseball on Ticket TV.
Acadia Federal Credit Union keeps you in touch with your money using our mobile app, Acadia Go. Access your account anytime, anywhere. Check balances, transfer funds, pay bills, and even deposit checks with the tap of a button. That's not all. Now with Apple Pay, use your fingerprint to pay for purchases. It's quick and your account information is never shared. Apple Pay is safe and private. Acadia Federal Credit Union. We keep you mobile.
You deserve a clean car. Let the pros at Dean's Detailing renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. Enjoy your ride. Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit. Dean'sDetailing.com.
Back here at Orono High School, top of the second inning, George Stevens Academy coming to the plates. Callum Bryan backed to the hill. No score in this one. Each team leaving a runner at third base in their respective half innings. Stuck on the side of the road, Union Street Towing has you covered 24/7 statewide. From breakdowns to lockouts, they'll get you moving fast. Call 942-4200. Union Street Towing, driven to be there when you need them most.
heard them talking. They say the field's a little wet, which I guess is just an accumulation from the weekend rains we've had throughout the spring.
Really? We've had weekend rain.
Yeah.
Must have missed that.
Have it again this weekend, apparently. But the field looks nice and green and lush, and certainly ready to go from sitting on the sidelines watching it standard.
Pitch in the dirt. Ball 1 to Eckenfelder, the starting pitcher for GSA. Max a little up in that box. Here's the pitch from Bryant, and he's late on that fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike.
I have seen Bryant before. It was back on, I think it was April 23rd, but it was the season opener for both of these teams. Seems like a long time ago now.
That one's down in the dirt.
Bryant pitching from the stretch. Seen quite a few of the starting pitchers here in recent times working from the stretch.
Callum's pitch, and Schaff tried to pull it into the strike zone. Missed outside. It's 3-1. Pitch, and that's a called strike. Full count to Eckenfelder, number 5 batter in the Eagle lineup. He'll be followed by Noah Grindle. And then the DH. I don't know if I have the correct spelling on.
Vienot.
All right. Vino.
Ball 4 in the meantime to Eckenfelder, and second walk of the game issued by Bryant.
Leadoff man on for the second straight inning. Here's the pitch, and Grindle had the bat out in front, pulled it back, and took a pitch in the dirt. It's 1-0, and that's taken low. Jim Churchill, Ernie Clark, here in the Dean's Detailing broadcast position. We are about 20% up that first base line.
Yeah.
Protected by a chain link fence. There's a cue shot right off the end of the bat. 2-1 to Grindle.
Yeah, protected is a little bit of a debatable word. The fence comes up to right to about our eyes.
I'm sitting lower than I would normally sit.
There's no netting that covers. We're not directly behind home plate like we are at a lot of places.
And that ball is stroked towards left field. Jack Brewer is there, and he'll make the catch. Grindle is out number 1. Bryant struck out 2 in the first inning. And it brings up Vino, the DH. Batting for Drock, the center fielder. Bryant, the long set, now pitches and drills one in there for strike 1. Today's game brought to you by Uno Pizzeria and Grill, 725 Stillwater Avenue in Bangor. Great food, great drinks, great vibes. For takeout, call 947-5000 or visit unos.com. Runner is going. Schaff fires down to second. It's going to be a little wide and sliding in safely. Ball goes into center field. A late start there for Eckenfelder. Throw to third. He will get there, and now the ball is going to go into the dugout, and that is going to allow Eckenfelder to score. So a couple of errors there by the Red Riots. Throwing error by the catcher Noah Schaff, and then Will Francis firing to third, trying to get Eckenfelder there. A misfire that went into the Eagle dugout, and that allowed Eckenfelder to continue around the bases, 270 feet on that little jaunt.
Yes, that's manufacturing runs when you're not scoring runs. Well, you mentioned earlier they're averaging just a little over 2 runs per game, 22 runs in 9 games. do anything you can to kind of force the issue. I think you'll see both these teams doing that here as the game continues.
And, late on that fastball. He goes down swinging. That is out number 2. So stolen base for Eckenfelder, the E2 allowing him to go to third. And then the throwing error by Francis, the center fielder, allowing Eckenfelder to score the first run of the ball game. One nips the outside edge. Wyatt McGraw, the right fielder, at the plate. And that one, swing and a miss. Well, Callum Bryant still has not given up an earned run to the Eagles.
No, that was not an earned run.
Our game today brought to you by Bennett Auto Center. Experience the Bennett Auto Center difference at 99 Thatcher Street in Bangor and at BennettAutoCenter.com. And a swing and a miss. So 2 more strikeouts for Callum Bryant. He sets down the Eagles, but not before they pick up the first run in the ball game. After 1.5 here at Orono High School, it's 1-0 George Stevens Academy. This is high school baseball on Ticket TV.
Make the switch to Hopkins Energy, your trusted source for #2 heating oil. In Maine's challenging climate, emergencies can happen anytime. That's why we offer fast and responsive emergency fuel deliveries, as well as automatic deliveries. Our dedicated team is always just a call away, ensuring you never run out of fuel. Dependable service tailored to your needs. Visit hopkinsenergy.com.
Your first car, your first edition, and your first edition. We're here to help with all of life's firsts. Brewer Federal Credit Union. brewerfcu.org.
Welcome back to Orono High School Baseball. George Stevens Academy leading 1-0 over the Orono Red Riots. Unearned run in the top half of this second inning. High school baseball, softball, and lacrosse on Ticket TV, brought to you by Doors Equipment Company, your local Kubota dealer. Doors can help you with all of your equipment needs, now offering 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months on select models. Visit doorsequipment.com. Also brought to you by Pat's Pizza in Hamden. Whether playing or just watching, baseball can work up quite an appetite. That's when it's time for Pat's Pizza on Main Road in Hamden. Call 947-6488 or visit patspizzahamden.com. Kason Bagley will lead off the second inning for the Red Riots. Max Eckenfelder delivers, and Bagley out in front. Strike 1. Bagley, Williams, and Allen for Coach Joseph. 5, 6, and 7 in the Red Riot lineup. Eckenfelder is going to hit the batter like a breaking pitch that kept bearing in on the right hand and hitting Kason Bagley, so he'll take first base. Leadoff man on here for the Red Riots.
And we'll see now if Bagley, who we know has good speed from his days as a halfback on the Orono football team, see if he wants to use that to get into scoring position.
Eckenfelder, ooh, that's going to be a balk.
Yeah.
He got caught in between, and Bagley will take second base.
That's the fear of the stolen base there that produced that.
Yep. And there goes Bagley to third, and he'll swipe that bag. So the Red Riot shortstop now just 90 feet away from tying this one up. Logan Williams, the batter, playing in right field today, was the left fielder for the Red Riots in yesterday's ball game. And he takes a ball. And that one fades outside. 3 balls and no strikes. Nobody out, bottom of the second inning. Eckenfelder the set. Here's his pitch, and that one finds the zone. And that one is up high, ball 4. So Williams down to first base. First and third, nobody out for Matt Allen. And Coach Kane's going to come out and have a chat with his young left-hander. Our coverage here today brought to you in part by The Growing Place, helping families grow for less and polishing your home in style for a fraction of retail cost. Check them first, check them often. Do Green, sustainability always trending at 548 Hammond Street in Bangor.
Coach Kane, a couple of things here, trying to settle down. Eckenfelder had a pretty good first inning, 15 pitches, 10 strikes, 5 balls. No walks there, but here a hit batter and a walk and a balk to open the second inning, and things coming just a little bit unraveled pretty quickly here. And veteran GSA coach trying to settle everybody down, anticipating something on the base pass here with runners at first and third and still nobody out. It might be something as simple as Williams trying to take a straight steal to second base to get into scoring position along with Bagley, who's already at third.
All right, spot here for Matt Allen. Chance to get his team on the board, get this game tied up. Catcher Sullivan out in front of the plate with some signs for that Eagle infield.
Yeah, maybe a situation where he throws the ball to the shortstop coming in rather than it's kind of a semi-fake.
There goes the runner at third, and the pitcher's down and in. No throw made. Williams to second. Second and third now for Matt Allen.
And now Eckenfelder can just focus on the batter here. He doesn't have to worry too much about the runners.
1-0. And that's going to miss up and away.
I mentioned yesterday, Matt Allen, one of the bigger second basemen you'll see. He's going to be like 6'2", 6'3".
It's going to take a strike at the knees there. Zach Ryder due up next.
Does make for a bigger strike zone, however, no matter what position he's playing on defense.
Ooh, out in front of that pitch. Got the attention of Coach Joseph.
He's saying, boy, I'm glad I'm not standing where I usually stand.
He's in the Sunfield, too.
Yeah, he's out by third base and doesn't have a good view of the ball coming off the bat right there. Looking into the sun.
Here's the pitch, and Allen's going to pop it up. Ball heading towards foul territory. Who's got it? It's going to be the third baseman making the play. Catcher Sullivan was in the vicinity, but squeezing it, Noah Grindle for the first out, and a big one for Eckenfelder.
I say a lot easier for the third baseman in that he's coming in on it, but then again, it's a kind of a sunny and big sky today, so, and a breeze, and so you got to think about all those things as the ball seemingly takes forever to come down if you're waiting for it.
Swing and a miss here by Ryder. Our game today brought to you by Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, home of the complimentary 6-month, 6,000-mile major component coverage plan, Route 1 in Hancock, and at tonysfairwayauto.com. And that pitch missing high.
George Stevens, first baseman Wyatt Young playing in on the grass, and they're in at the corners.
Eckenfelder deals, and Ryder a swing and a miss. The young left-hander for the Eagles stranded a runner at third base in the first inning. Trying to strand a couple here in the second inning. That one popped up foul behind us, just missing the Ticket TV production trailer. Max Pottle, Matt Cunha, well protected back there, unlike us.
I wonder how many times it would have sounded like it hit, if it actually hit the top, a little echo action.
Breaking pitch down and in, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ryder. Batter number 8 in the Red Riot lineup. 2-2 on the way. And there's a ground ball to short. Raydell up with it. Long throw to first. Going to be a little low, and it's not scooped over there. And a couple of runs are going to score. Bagley scored on the ground ball, and scoring right behind him, Logan Williams, as the ball got away from the first baseman. And it's now 2-1 Red Riots.
Yeah, Raydell had to go just to his right toward the left field hole to come up with it. Had time, but pretty good speed there. And Zach Ryder forced the throw, one hopped, and then hit the base runner, Ryder. And
here's the pitcher, Callum Bryant. Ball back to the pitcher, throw to second. They'll get the force there. So Bryant reaching on a fielder's choice.
So we're going to give Ryder one RBI on that ground ball. And the other run comes home on be the throwing error on the shortstop.
Throw to first base, checking in on the base runner there, Callum Bryant.
Let's see if he looks to get himself into scoring position here on a 2-out situation.
2-1 Orono, 2 outs. Bryant is on the move. Sullivan will throw down, and Callum will slide in safely with a stolen base. Sullivan out to the mound. Eagles don't have just a two-man conversation.
No.
When the catcher goes out there, everybody's in on it.
Yeah. So many young kids. I guess every one of those trips is a good learning experience with so many freshmen on the roster.
All right, Andrew Barrett at the plate. He's caught looking, leading things off. He shoots this one inside the first base bag, down into the right field corner. Here comes Bryant rounding third. He will score on an RBI base hit by Andrew Barrett to make it 3-1 Red Riots. Barrett picking on that pitch that was on the inner half, turned on it, shot it just inside that first base bag.
Yes, first pitch hunting, and nice 2-out RBI there by the leadoff batter.
And here's a shot towards center field. That's in for a base hit. Barrett is going to move over to third base on the base hit by Will Francis. Also hacking away at the first pitch.
And now you've got a first and third situation, so you probably won't do it immediately with Brewer, the number 3 hitter, up, but you can play some games on the base pass to try to get at least one more if you don't come through with the bats.
Eckenfelder misses low, and the runner's going to take second base. Francis, second and third now for the Red Riots. 3 runs in here in the second inning.
Chance to break this game open a little bit here. 2 runners in scoring position for Brewer.
Jack Brewer takes one down in the dirt, picked by the catcher Sullivan, 2-0. Tell you about the local shows on Maine Sports Leader 92.9 The Ticket. It's the morning roast, getting your day started the roast way from 6 to 8 a.m. And the drive takes you home from 4 to 6 p.m. Aaron Jackson, Mark Paulette on the drive right now. Breaking pitch down and in, 3-0 to Brewer.
Talking about the Red Sox blowing 3 saves last night, and then the Celtics.
Could be the final night of the season.
Win or go home.
Ball 4 to Brewer. Now the bases are going to be loaded here for the Red Riots. Our game today brought to you by Bangor Mall Cinemas, Greater Bangor's favorite hometown theater for over 40 years. Bangor Mall Cinemas features luxury recliners and an upgraded food menu. Find show times and reserve your seat at yourneighborhoodtheater.com. That went off the mitt of the catcher Sullivan. It's called a ball. 1-0 to Noah Schaff, the 9th batter for the Red Riots here in the second. 3 Orono runs are in. Eckenfelder to the plate, and he misses down in the dirt once again, 2-0.
Yeah, 6 in a row now out of the strike zone by Eckenfelder, and Schaff really has to kind of, I think, keep taking him until he throws a strike, although it might be inviting that, knowing that Eckenfelder has to throw a strike here.
And that one again low, blocked by the catcher. 3-0. Pitch, and that one finds the zone. 3-1 to the Red Riot catcher. Looks like Dan Kane is going to get somebody loosening up over there. Pitch by Eckenfelder, and that ball is shot into left field for a base hit. It's going to score 2. Barrett is in right behind him. Francis, throw comes in, gets away. Runners will remain at first and second. A 2-run base hit for Noah Schaff. And it's a 5-run inning for the Red Riots.
Yeah, solid job there by Schaff. Got ahead in the count and then waited on his pitch. Took a first strike after Eckenfelder had thrown 7 straight balls and then went attacking.
Runners going, pitches high, throw down a third, and safe there is Brewer. Schaff taking second base. It's a busy score sheet here in this.
It really is.
Second.
I got Orono with 8 stolen bases so far in this game.
That pitch up and away. Kason Bagley, who led off the inning, he was hit by a pitch. Went to second on a balk. Stole third. Scored the first run for the Red Riots. That pitch is low, and it's 3-0 on Kason. Eckenfelder works, and that one is outside. Ball 4. That's going to load the bases up once again, and Dan Kane is going to come out of that third base dugout, and he's going to call in his left fielder to take over. With the pitching change, we're going to take a timeout. Our score is Orono 5, George Stevens Academy 1 as we play here in the bottom of the second inning. This is high school baseball on Ticket TV.
Have you tried the new Happy Hour specials at Uno Pizzeria and Grill? Just $6 gets you cheesy garlic bread, mozzarella sticks, buffalo chicken quesadillas, cheeseburger sliders, and much more, Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m., 9 to close, and all day Sundays. Don't forget about the dough raiser at Uno's. Schedule a dough raiser for your local fundraiser and earn up to 25% of event sales. Contact your local Uno Pizzeria in Bangor for more details at 725 Stillwater Avenue and place your orders at 947-5000 and unos.com.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team, like the people at Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and get expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Five 5-1 Orono. Red Riot still batting here in the bottom of the second inning. Thanks for joining us here on Ticket TV at 929theticket.com or on the Ticket app. Got a pitching change here, Ernie, with 5 runs in for the Red Riots here in the second. They've sent 10 men to the plate so far. 5 of them have crossed the plate.
Skylar Carter, a left fielder, comes in to pitch. He's a right-hander. Trying to see. I noticed number 2, Owen Damon, was kind of warming up near the George Stevens' bench. I'm trying to see if he came into the game in left field. The left fielder has had his hands folded throughout the warm-ups by Carter, so I can't tell if he's left-handed or right-handed.
He's lefty.
Now that would be Eckenfelder out there in left field still.
All right, so Carter taking over on the mound. A little different look here for the Red Riots with the right-hander on his first pitch. Missing low and outside.
Eckenfelder, 1 2/3 innings, allowed 3 hits, 5 runs so far. Struck out 1 walk, 3, hit a batter, and had 1 balk.
Logan Williams up there, took one high. Williams, the 11th batter to stride to the home plate area for the Red Riots here in the second. Carter's next pitch is popped up. And Carter is going to not be able to get to it as he made the call. Catcher was looking up as well. Carter did have the better angle. Just couldn't quite get there.
I think he was called off by the first baseman, but I think the first baseman was more interested in Carter, the pitcher, making the catch. But that's what prompted the catcher for GSA. Sullivan back off.
One runs inside, 3-1 on Williams. Today's game brought to you by Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company. For the best in landscaping, landscaping materials, and landscaping equipment, it's Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company at 6 Wilson Way in Glenburn and at glenburnlandscape.com. And that, base on balls, is going to force in the 6th run for the Red Riots. Jack Brewer in from third, Schaff over to third base. Jason Bagley now at second, and the pitch to Matt Allen is a called strike. So Schaff at third, Bagley at second, Williams at first. Picks up an RBI with a walk. And Allen, a swing and a miss. He's quickly down on the count here, 0-2.
Carter, by the way, one of the 2 sophomores on the George Stevens roster. Again, 2 seniors, 1 junior, 2 sophomores, and 10 freshmen.
We've seen a lot of young teams over
this
this past sports season, but that may be
I have to say, this is kind of like a JV team playing a varsity team, really. It's just the nature of what you've got available.
Allen goes the opposite way, and it's going to be off the glove of the first baseman. A run will score as Schaff is in from third base. Bagley over to third, Williams to second, and Matt Allen on at first base. First baseman Wyatt Young got a little leather on it, but it trickled behind him.
They give him a hit on that one.
Yeah.
It was a line drive. It wasn't hit incredibly hard, but it was low toward the bag. A lot of things to deal with over there.
There's a ground ball to third, and that's going to be bobbled there, but stepping on the bag smartly is the third baseman for the George Stevens Academy Eagles. Play made there by Grindle after the bobble got to the bag for the force, and that will finally put an end to this second inning with the Red Riots at the plate. They score 7 times. They're going to take a 7-1 lead to the third. This is high school baseball on Ticket TV.
With the great backyard comes great responsibility. From the keeper of the flame to the referee of the greatest game ever played. Lifelong memories start here at Glenburn Landscape and Supply. Residential and commercial projects are a breeze with our premium mulch, stone, and topsoil products. And maintain your backyard in style with the industry's leading lawn care products and equipment. Built to work and built to last. With rugged durability and superior performance, these tools were built for you. Glenburn Landscape and Supply, where great backyards begin.
The marathon of life can be challenging. Chores and responsibilities keep us from the things we once loved and the aspirations we set. But it's never too late to find your second wind. With an affordable, fully online program and advisors to help you along the way, you can cross the finish line at your own pace. Finish strong at the University of Maine.
Welcome back to Orono High School, the scene for today's high school baseball game between George Stevens Academy and the Orono Red Riots. Red Riots looking to get back over the 500 mark with a win here today, taking on the 2-7 Eagles, and a good start certainly for the Red Riots in this one. Through 2 innings, they lead it by a score of 7-1 after a 7-run second inning. 2 up for the GSA Eagles here in the third. It'll be their 9-1-2 batter, Spencer Young, Isaiah Raydell, and Charlie Sullivan. First pitch by Callum Bryant. Just missing, ball 1. Today's game brought to you by Novus Auto Glass. Call Novus Auto Glass today at 945-6688 to get your windshield repaired or replaced. 2-0 now to the number 9 batter. And that one misses high. Take a look at our upcoming broadcast schedule here after this batter. Won't put it off that long.
No.
Pitches in for a strike.
Brian had a long period of time on the bench here during the
Yes.
last half inning. Did get up and got on base and scored a run, but still.
And that is ball 4, so the leadoff man on here for George Stevens Academy. Third time in 3 innings. 3 leadoff walks.
Yep. Run scored in the second. No stolen base and a couple of errors allowed Eckenfelder to score.
Coming up Friday night on Ticket TV, high school lacrosse. Brewer at Bangor, 5:45. Start time in that one from Cameron Stadium. Got a possibility or 2 on Tuesday. That is to be determined. And then on Wednesday, more high school lacrosse as Hamden Academy takes on John Babbs from Husson University. Pitch is in tight, and Noah Schaff is going to make a quick trip to the mound here. Talk with the junior right-hander, Callum Bryant.
Lacrosse, a sport that seems to continue to grow a little bit each year in this region. It's actually a team I wanted to look up and see where it came from, called the Northern Maine Moose, which I think is foundationally in Holton, but incorporates, I guess, players from a number of schools up that way. That's the northernmost school and team in the state now.
And that one's going to get through Bagley at shortstop. And a little bobble out there in center field as well. So scooting over to third base will be Spencer Young. And it's first and third with nobody out here for the GSA Eagles.
Sharply hit ball there. Raydell gets ahead in the count 2-0 and got a pitch he liked after a little conversation at the mound between catcher and pitcher, with Bryant struggling a little bit with his control here early in the third inning. And now it's George Stevens looking to cut into the deficit with runners at first and third and nobody out.
Sullivan the batter, and the runner taking off at first base. Raydell swiping second and third now for the Eagles. Pitch was a strike to Sullivan. Bryant back to work, goes with the curveball, and it's in for strike 2.
Yeah, he can't worry too much, Brian, about the base runners. I mean, you got a 6-run lead. Just attack the batters and see if you can retire them. Now, if something happens that causes a run to score, so be it. You've got a lead.
And that one's low. Good stop there by Noah Schaff, sliding a bit to his left and squaring up to that baseball. Here's the pitch, and that one is well short of the plate. Another good stop by Schaff. 2-2 on the batter, Charlie Sullivan. Bryant deals, and that one's low and inside, 3-2. And that ball put in the air, foul right side. Williams a long run, couldn't get to it. So the count remains 3-2 on Sullivan.
Well, that breeze may not sound great as you listen to this game, but keeps the bugs away, Jim.
It does.
There's a value to that.
I haven't seen a lot of bugs, though, I
no,
must
but
say.
there was one that was just bugging me there a minute or two ago.
Now it's bugging me.
Yeah. As the wind dies down, it kind of comes in looking for some lunch.
Heard us talking about it, and he's taking it out on me.
Yeah, I didn't realize that we only have so much blood in us.
Another payoff, and Sullivan trying to get on top of that one, sends it down the line. Another foul ball, so he's hanging tough here against Callum Bryant.
That's 8 pitches into this at-bat now. Just threw that ball out of play. I was thinking yesterday if it was like the major leagues and they threw the ball out every time it touched the dirt.
Oh my goodness. That would be a very expensive ball game we got here. There's a base hit to right field, and coming in from third base, scoring the second run for George Stevens Academy. It's Spencer Young, had the leadoff walk. And a nice job there at the plate. Great at bat for Charlie Sullivan. Ends up with an RBI single. Raydell now standing at third base. He earned that one.
Yeah, he certainly did. 9 pitches and just kind of served it into right field. The base runners had to wait just a bit to make sure the ball wasn't going to be caught in the outfield, but it sank rather than held up, and that enabled one run to score and a runner to move up. So we have first and third with still nobody out.
Pitch is high to Wyatt Young.
Now, Orono does not play again until next Monday. They play at Foxcroft Academy on Monday and host Bucksport next Wednesday, so they've got a little bit of a break in the schedule, which may make the pitching staff a little deeper today if they need it. Callum Bryant would prefer just to be able to work the entire game, or as far as he can go, but if George Stevens continues to come back, we may see some bullpen action out of the Red Riots.
2-1 now on the batter, Young. And the runner going, throw back to the pitcher. Now Bryant to third, tagged there. And just getting back to the bag safely is Raydell. Orono almost pulled that one off.
Stolen base by Sullivan, the fourth for the George Stevens Academy Eagles so far in this game.
And this one is fouled out of play. Payoff, breaking pitch, ground ball back towards the second base bag, fielded by Bagley. He'll throw to Barrett for the out. An RBI for Wyatt Young as Raydell comes in from third on the ground out to short. It is now 7-3 Orono.
Yeah, nice play there by Raydell going to his left there as the ball was hit right up the middle, got past Bagley,
Yep.
got past Bryant. Pretty smooth pick up and throw, no play anywhere else, and sacrificed a run for the out.
All right, Sullivan now the runner at third base, one down. And Skylar Carter is now pitching. He's going to hit a soft ground ball to the third base coach, Mr. Kane. Strike one. Now, Ernie, we're having trouble with our program monitor, but I have the George Stevens Academy school profile up there on my phone if you want to run through that after this pitch here. Pitch to Carter, down low.
Okay, enrollment 221. The athletic director is actually Billy LaRue, not Larry Gray.
And we do have something we missed. It's not Old Town High School. It's George Stevens Academy.
Indeed. Dan Welch is also not the principal, I don't believe, anymore either.
Oh, we fixed that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Max
so
reminded me. It's good, except for that.
Okay. Yeah, they are the Eagles.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me give you the right one.
Okay.
There we go. Well, it's not 100%.
Oh, that's all right. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Oh.
I think that was a strike. 2-2, I believe, is the count. Billy LaRue, as mentioned, the athletic director for the Eagles. Enrollment at 221. And then not Larry Gray, but Bill Gray, who I was going to mention anyways. In honor of his dedication, George Stevens Academy named its baseball field after alumnus and longtime coach Bill Gray, class of '83, for his significant contributions to the school's athletic program. And I'll tell you what, he knows how to keep a baseball field because they've got a tremendous high school baseball field down in Blue Hill to play on. That's one of Billy Gray's passions. And was it like 10 days ago? It was actually when George Stevens picked up their first win over Sumner, 5-4. They named the field in his honor, and rightfully so. I'm surprised he's not here today, actually. He's one of the assistant coaches, long time with Danny Kane, but not here this afternoon. But he's a huge part of the George Stevens Academy community, doing just about anything they would ask, whether it's coach, operate a scoreboard, take care of the facilities down there, the athletic facilities, and I'm glad we were able to tell you, include that one in our Did You Know section of this broadcast.
Pitch is high. 3-2 delivery there by Bryant. Misses high, so Carter works the walk. He's on at first and third. One down. And we're going to get a trip to the mound here. It's going to give us an opportunity to talk about Orono High School.
Well, their enrollment's in the 300s. I know that. Oops.
Oh, what did I do? That's much better when we have our... There you go.
Yeah, I got it. 360 is the enrollment. Michael Archer, the veteran athletic administrator, and co-principals Meredith Diamond and Sam Runco for the Red Riots. And did you know Orono is located on Marsh Island, surrounded by the Stillwater River and Penobscot River, making it one of Maine's only island towns connected by multiple bridges. Now, you couldn't tell that just by driving the roads, but that is the case. It's very interesting.
Yes. Nice visual there as well.
Yes. Taking of second base by Skylar Carter on the first pitch strike to Eckenfelder.
0-1 to Max. Started the game on the mound.
Look at his bat.
Oh, it's like a pencil.
Yeah, it's got an eraser on the end of it.
Yes, it does.
I wonder if the ball carries off the eraser. Isn't that pretty cool?
0-2. Is it a number 2?
I don't know. Yeah.
1-2 now to Eckenfelder.
Never seen one.
Well, that's student athlete.
Yeah, he is.
Carrying his pencil.
Yeah, so he's doing homework over there on the bench. And
a swing and a miss. Good fastball there up in the zone from Callum Bryant. as he picks up his 5th strikeout of the ball game. That's out number 2 here in the 3rd. And it's going to bring up Noah Grindle to the plate. He flew out to Brewer in left field back in the 2nd inning. And Bryant misses in the dirt. Ball 1 to Noah.
I guess there are no rules on bats in terms of how you can display them.
Well,
as long as it's good taste, I suppose. But
I'm sure there's some areas you couldn't go.
Yeah, well, that was why I mentioned the good taste element to it.
Okay.
but I mean, there are other ways you could probably use artistic license in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
Just never thought of it.
Second and third, and that one right down the pike. 3 balls and 1 strike to Noah Grindle. Base hit here could really tighten this one up. Bryant is going to miss high, and that's ball 4, and Grindle down to first. That's going to load the bases. Sullivan at third, Carter at second, Grindle now at first base. The batter is Vino.
3rd walk of the inning, and that may be the end of the day on the mound for Callum Bryant.
Don Joseph out of the first base dugout.
Pitching coach went out earlier in the inning.
Let's see where Coach Joseph's going to go here. Yeah, just some struggles with control primarily. 3 leadoff walks.
Yep, 5 walks in total. He's given up just one hit. He's going to go out to the outfield now.
Bryant will go to left field. Jason Bagley's going to come on to pitch here. And we will take a timeout here on Ticket TV with a pitching change. Our score, 7-3. George Stevens Academy threatening for more. They have the bases loaded. There are 2 outs. This is high school baseball on Ticket TV.
Nothing runs like a deer.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith Brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a deer. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
Sometimes life is a cluttered mess, but your car doesn't have to be. At Dean's Detailing, we have a variety of packages that will make your car look new again. Change your outlook. Book your appointment now at deansdetailing.com.
Kason Bagley on to pitch here for Orono as we play in the top of the 3rd inning. 7-3 our score. Home team, the Orono Red Riots, with the lead over George Stevens Academy. Red Riots a big 7-run 2nd inning. George Stevens Academy picked up a run, an unearned run in the 1st inning. Take a 1-0 lead. But GSA, I should say, in the 2nd inning, an unearned run for GSA. And now they've plated 2 here in the top of the 3rd. Bases loaded, 2 outs.
I believe Brewer's playing shortstop now.
He is. Swing and a miss. Yeah, Bryant in left, taking over for Brewer, moves to short. As he replaces Bagley. And this ball is hit towards short. Brewer up with it. He'll take the short route to second. Throws to Allen for the force, and that will retire the side. Eagles pick up 2 through 2.5 here at Orono High School. 7-3 Red Riots on Ticket TV.
2024 was a fantastic year of growth for Next Home Experience, and it's all because of you. Thank you for choosing Next Home Experience for buying and selling your next home. Here's to a fantastic 2025. Get looped. Get sold. Next Home Experience.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
Back here at Orono High School, Skylar Carter getting set for his first full inning of work here for George Stevens Academy. Relieved Max Eckenfelder in the second inning, a 7-run second inning for the Orono Red Riots. Red Riots coming to the plate here in their half of the third. In 7-3 our score. It's going to be Callum Bryant, Andrew Barrett, and Will Francis due here for Orono. High school baseball on Ticket TV, brought to you by Bangor Tire Company. From a lawnmower to a skidder, Bangor Tire Company has you covered since 1927. The best in tires and service. Find them at 514 Colebrook Road in Herman or at bangortire.com.
Got some changes for George Stevens Academy, too.
Plate umpire going over things with the Orono bench.
Well, Zach Brown is playing right field.
Okay. It's also coming to Bangor.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll be singing Sweet Caroline during the fifth inning break here today. Closest thing to Neil Diamond we've got today.
One of your faves.
Zach Brown, number 17, another freshman for Dan King. We'll kind of pick up the guys as they come along. If not, we'll get them, certainly get them when they get to the plate.
Here's the pitch to Callum Bryant. Takes the pitch down low. Callum reached on a fielder's choice. His first trip, stole second base, scored one of the 7 runs for the Red Riots. Takes a strike there.
Yeah, 13 batters in the bottom of the second for the Red Riots. 7 runs, 4 hits, an error, and they left the bases loaded.
Oh, that one's going to sail to the backstop. 2-1.
It's like Randy Johnson pitching to, was it John Kruk in the
Kruk,
All-Star game,
yeah.
right?
Crucky. You remember that one.
Yep, he does.
And Callum takes ball 3. And that one's in there. Full count. Here's the pitch by Carter, and it's outside, ball 4. A lot of walks, a lot of stolen bases in this one.
And that's the 4th walk. No, it's not. It's more than 4.
Throw to first base. Callum Bryant scrambling back to the bag safely.
5th walk issued by George Stevens pitching along with a hit batter.
Runner going at first base, pitches outside. That'll be another stolen base for the Red Riots. Second one for Bryant.
9 for the Red Riots in total.
Andrew Barrett 1 for 2 on the day, and an RBI single his last time up. Here's a pickoff play at second. And a backhanded pick there.
Good throw. Good throw. They had a chance. He was quite a ways off the base.
Spencer Young, the second baseman.
Threw a one hopper to second. Enabled Bryant to get back.
Swing and a miss at a high delivery. 1 ball and 1 strike. And 1 tails outside. Another pickoff to second base, and that one almost got into center field. This time the throw to the shortstop, Raydell, and backing it up was Young.
Might have clipped the base runner just enough to slow it down, so Bryant didn't have much of a thought about trying to go to third because he would have had to get up as well as he went back with a head first slide.
And that ball is hit hard to second. Spencer Young up with it, throws to first. They get the out there. That's out number 1. It does move Callan Bryant over to third base with just 1 out. Barrett does advance the base runner. He wanted more for sure.
It hit it hard enough, but right at the second baseman for George Stevens, who came up with it cleanly, Spencer Young.
Pitch inside to Will Francis, ball 1. Will is 1 for 2. And he's going to pop that one up right side. First baseman battling the wind. He'll stab it. It is Wyatt Young. Just going to say here, if you put Will Francis's batting gloves with Eckenfelder's bat.
Oh boy,
you got quite the combination there.
Boy, that'd be tough to study. Too much going on there on that desk.
Very artistic. All right, 2 outs, runner at third base. Called strike 1 to Jack Brewer.
The only thing I can figure is if they play a night game and the lights go out, you wouldn't have any trouble finding Will Francis.
Good stop there by Sullivan on a pitch down in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jack Brewer 0 for 1 with a walk. He has scored a run. Now Carter a bluff to third.
Everybody uses pink bats on Mother's Day, right?
Yes.
In the Major League Baseball.
That one is low to Jack, 2-1.
Could make him look like a rose on the end, I suppose. The rest of it being a stem. Be a good Mother's Day touch.
Yeah. And that one is high, 3-1. Today's game brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center, the original Redemption Center of Old Town for 30 years. They are family owned and operated, open Monday through Saturday with $100 giveaways each month. Old Town Redemption Center, 13 Chester Street in Old Town. Call 827-7887. Outside, ball 4. Brewer walks for the second time. First and third now for the Red Riots. And it brings up Noah Schaff.
A big hit the last time off. 2-run single. Got ahead in the count. Got ahead 3-0. Took a strike and then pounded the ball into left field to drive home 2 runs.
And a bluff of a bunt there by Schaff.
Oh, they got him.
And they're out at third base. Pick-off throw there by Charlie Sullivan. And they're going to get Callan Bryant, as he was scrambling back to the bag, tag applied, and that'll be out number 3. So the Red Riots do not score here in the third after 3 here at Orono High School. It is Orono 7, George Stevens Academy 3. This is high school baseball on Ticket TV.
Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food, stay for the friends.
The marathon of life can be challenging. Chores and responsibilities keep us from the things we once loved and the aspirations we set. But it's never too late to find your second wind. With an affordable, fully online program and advisors to help you along the way, you can cross the finish line at your own pace. Finish strong at the University of Maine.
Welcome back to Orono High School baseball here this afternoon on Ticket TV. Second day in a row we feature the Orono Red Riots. They suffered a loss yesterday, 8-1 to Old Town. It was a very good ball game up until the bottom of the 6th inning. It was 2-0 to the top of the 6th. And the Red Riots picked up a run, but then the roof caved in the bottom of the 6th inning. They lost it by this 7-run differential. Here today, they lead it by 4, 7-3 our score. Ernie, I guess I'm just going to sit here and hold this right where it is because we actually have our program.
Oh, look at that.
But I can't move my left hand.
Well, yeah, you don't even dare move it between innings, do you?
No. I'm fixated here on the left side. 1-0, make it 1-1.
Well, now at least we get to enjoy, as long as you hold that.
Whoops.
Well, never mind. I was going to say we get to enjoy what the viewers have been able to see.
And there's a swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt. Yep, there's no rhyme nor reason to what is going on with that thing. I'm going to, for my health, I'm going to just try to ignore it.
We've got so many arms and hands there.
Right. No, I was talking about my mental health.
Oh.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Wyatt McGraw.
Yes.
No, do we have a pinch hitter here?
Oh, we might.
Yes.
Is it 11? 17.
Yep.
Well, that may be. That's actually Zach Brown.
There you go. He goes down swinging. That's out number 1 here in the 4th inning. That is the first time here today that the leadoff batter for the Eagles has been set down. First strikeout for Kason Bagley. The right-hander goes with the breaking pitch, and it's going to stay inside for ball 1. Spencer Young, the second baseman at the plate. Bagley's pitch, and that is a called strike.
Yeah, that's what the Red Riots need. It's just Bagley to have a clean inning here and just throw strikes. And
there's number 2. 1-2 on the batter.
I saw a blip there for a second.
Don't give me any play-by-play on this thing. No. I'll give you a blip.
Yeah, I got you a blip. There we go.
Breaking pitch. Stop there by Schaff. Bagley's kick and his pitch, and that one's up and away. And it's ball 4, so Spencer Young drawing the walk. Went out base runner here for the Eagles. Back to the top of the lineup. Isaiah Radell. Radell 0 for 1 officially. Been on base twice. Reached on an error, ironically, by Kason Bagley while he was playing at shortstop. There's a pop-up ranging back as Brewer, the shortstop, throw to first, and just getting back to the bag safely is Spencer Young.
Yeah, that little fly ball hit off the very end of the bat. And nice job by the shortstop.
Jack Brewer.
Coming in from the outfield to
pick off throw at first.
He's had a couple of nice plays since he moved into the infield. And showed off his strong arm and nearly get the runner at first.
Charlie Sullivan, the batter, catcher for George Stevens. Takes one above the zone. Charlie is 1 for 2, had an RBI base hit his last time up.
That's the only hit for the Eagles so far in this game.
And that one is fouled back. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Spencer Young, the runner at first base. He's on the move. The pitch, a called strike. Throw down by Schaff is going to be too late. A stand-up stolen base for Spencer Young. See the replay there. And a swing and a miss. And that will do it for the Eagles here in the top of the 4th inning. They leave a base runner through 3.5. It is Orono 7, GSA 3 on Ticket TV.
Your local professional eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
Have you tried the new Happy Hour specials at Uno Pizzeria and Grill? Just $6 gets you cheesy garlic bread, mozzarella sticks, buffalo chicken quesadillas, cheeseburger sliders, and much more. Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m., 9 to close, and all day Sundays. Don't forget about the dough raiser at Uno's. Schedule a dough raiser for your local fundraiser and earn up to 25% of event sales. Contact your local Uno Pizzeria in Bangor for more details at 725 Stillwater Avenue and place your orders at 947-5000 and unos.com.
Back here at Orono High School baseball on Ticket TV. George Stevens Academy making the trip from Blue Hill to take on the Red Riots through 3.5 innings. Home team with a 7-3 lead. Skylar Carter came out on a relief of Max Eckenfelder in the 2nd inning when Orono scored 7 times. Carter doing a nice job in relief, calming things down. Two up here in the 4th inning for Orono. It's going to be their 4, 5, and 6 batters. Schaff was at the plate when Callum Bryant was picked off at third base. So Noah back to the plate to lead off the 4th inning. He'll be followed by Kason Bagley and Logan Williams. And Friday nights, we've got high school lacrosse on Ticket TV from Cameron Stadium. It'll be the Brewer Witches taking on the Bangor Rams. Our first lacrosse game on Ticket TV. Noah Schaff striding the plate, 1 for 2. Had a 2-run base hit in the 7-run 2nd inning. And that pitch Coming up shy of the plate, ball 1 as it goes to the backstop. One 0 pitch up over the head of Schaff, 2-0. And this one is pulled foul on the ground, 2-1 to the Orono catcher.
There it is.
Every time you
it's
say
not worth
that.
the effort. I don't think.
No, it's not. I'm giving up. Carter's 2-1 is low. 3 balls and 1 strike. Carter from the windup. Misses high and inside, ball 4. So a leadoff walk for Schaff. Orono has had their leadoff man on in 3 of their 4 at-bats. At Pushaw Energy, their goal is to provide heating fuel at the lowest possible cost, give them a chance to be your oil company, and you will not be disappointed, offering on-call and automatic delivery service in the greater Bangor area. Call 949-9108 or visit pushawenergy.com. Keese and Bagley at the plate.
It's a balk.
I say a balk on the...
He didn't come set. Carter didn't. I believe when he came out of the stretch, he sat and he didn't stop.
Mm-hmm.
That's the second balk of the game. First one was on Eckenfelder. That was the first one on Carter, and that allows Schaff to get the second the easy way.
High school sports on Ticket TV, also brought to you by UMaine Athletics. For Black Bear tickets, call the ticket office at 581-BEAR or visit goblackbears.com/tickets. Carter looks at the base runner, now wheels, fires, and Schaff getting back to the bag on his knees.
Carter's got a pretty quick move there. I mean, it's hasn't worked for him yet, but
some close calls.
Yeah, you're gonna get somebody if he keeps doing it. And
Bagley pops it up third base way. Plenty of room over there and making a sliding catch. Again, battling the sun and the wind. It is Noah Grindle.
he took a little bit of a circuitous route to the ball. He went out to left field rather than toward the dugout, but was able to get over there with a slide and make a nice catch for the first out of the inning. That was third baseman Noah Grindle for the George Stevens Academy Eagles.
Logan Williams takes one inside. Ticket TV is brought to you by Traditions Golf Club and Learning Center in Holden. The Traditions course is open, of course, after some swings. Enjoy a Pat's Pizza and some local craft brews at the bar, Route 1A in Holden, just across the Brewer line.
Tell you what, Noah Schaff's pretty good in the cardiovascular area. He's out there doing a lot of work there at second base, trying to get into the head of the pitcher as the base runner.
Called strike 1. It's 2-1. Wind has died down, and the pesky gnats are out, Ernie.
They're coming.
Ooh, big rip there by Logan. Comes up empty. It's 2-2.
Yeah, it's going to be one of these night games we have when it's going to get ugly. It's going to come with all kinds of rap on.
Breaking pitch. 3-2.
I have changed how I mow the lawn now, though. I cover up. I used to be
Oh.
tank top and shorts, but
And there's ball 4. Second walk in the inning issued by Carter. First and second, one away, and the batter will be Matt Allen. Matt, an RBI base hit. Batted twice in that second inning for the Red Riots. Fouled out to third and went the opposite way with a base hit. There goes Schaff for third. Throw down by Sullivan's going to get through Grindle into left field, and Schaff will score the 8th run of the ball game for Orono. Stolen base for Noah, scoring on the throwing error by the catcher Sullivan.
Yeah, you knew it was a matter of time or fatigue before Schaff went for a stolen base, because he was doing a whole lot of stuff in between pitches and during pitches in terms of trying to create an opportunity for himself, and finally he did on that pitch. That would be a tough throw to catch for the third baseman, even if it was right at him. Get the sun right in his face. That one hit the ground well before the bag.
1 ball, 1 strike to Allen, who hits it high on the infield. Grindle making the call and not making the catch. He is frustrated out there. So Allen will reach on the error. First and second now. Still just 1 out here for the Red Riots.
Uh-oh.
That is Ryder popping it up third base way. Another shot here for Grindle. Goes down to his knees and holds on. There's a little lip over there where the grass meets the dirt. I think he stumbled a little bit on that lip, went down on his knees, but secured the baseball for out number 2.
I don't care who wins this game. I'm kind of glad he caught that one,
yes.
although he had to work. It was in foul territory, and he had to go to both knees, but it's out number 2. Not an easy position to play this late in the afternoon here with the sun right in your eyes.
Good concentration there by Noah Grindle. Callum Bryant, the batter.
Ball 1.
Took ball 1. And Carter misses high and tight. Today's game brought to you by Hillside Athletics in Bangor. They proudly support high school softball and baseball. Home of hit tracks, spinball machines, indoor turf, and batting cages. Visit hillsideathletics.com or find them on Facebook. And this one is pulled foul on the ground. Orono AD Mike Archer retrieving that foul ball. Jumping out of his seat on the gator.
Yes.
Now he's back to that seat.
Well rested over there on the gator.
And this one is chopped in front of the plate. Carter picks it up, fires to first in time, and that will retire the side. Red Riots pick up a run through 4. It's now 8-3 Orono on Ticket TV.
You've always known what you wanted, no matter how far down the road it looked. We're here to help you get there. Brewer Federal Credit Union. brewerfcu.org.
With Thomas College, it's possible to earn a degree in 3 years and a master's in 1. It's possible to find yourself graduating career-ready through one of the nation's first guaranteed jobs programs. It's possible to become the future you, the one you dream to be. Because for 130 years, we've been dedicated to helping students unlock their possible. Because we're in the business of possible. That's Thomas College. Unlock your possible at thomas.edu.
Welcome back to the Baseball Diamond here at Orono High School. Jim Churchill, Ernie Clark with you in the Dean's Detailing broadcast booth. 8-3 our score after 4 innings. Red Riots 7 runs in the second inning, 1 in the fourth. George Stevens Academy 1 in the second and 2 in the third. Eagles coming to the plate here, down by 5 runs. Due up for George Stevens. It'll be their 3, 4, and 5 batters. Wyatt Young, Skylar Carter, and Max Eckenfelder.
Kason Bagley on for his second full inning of relief. Came on with 2 outs in the third and a run in, and done a pretty good job. He's retired 4 of the 5 batters he's faced, couple of strikeouts, did issue 1 walk in the top of the 4th, but really not in danger as it's kind of stabilized Orono's lead here.
Kason Bagley. His first pitch here in the 5th inning is hit in the air to left field. Long run for Callum Bryant. He'll make a backhanded catch and hold on. He goes tumbling over that left field line, but an excellent running catch there by Callum Bryant, robbing Wyatt Young of extra bases.
It didn't look like he was going to get to it, but a couple of late strides there. And again, he's looking directly into the sun out in left field. That left side is just blind spot for pretty much anybody playing out there, but he made a tremendous backhanded catch for the first out of the inning.
Making a bid for our play of the game.
I think so. I think he's
brought to you by McDonald's.
Moved into first place.
Breaking pitch into Carter. A reminder, Ticket TV is always free, live, and
on demand. With no hyphen. I saw that. I saw that.
Hyphen is evaporated. Plate umpire will get that little broom out.
Yeah, he's going to give Shavakat
off the plate.
To regroup. I don't know where he got hit, but it was on his body there, off the one-hop pitch.
1-1 to Skylar Carter. This one's up and away. Carter 0 for 1 with a walk. Three and 1 now to Carter. Ooh, almost got a piece of Carter. It's ball 4. So a 1-0 base runner here for the Eagles. Bring up not Eckenfelder, but
Porter Gilbert.
All right. Porter Gilbert, a left-handed batter, will stand in. Bagley sets the belt, now delivers. Runner going at first, throw down by Schaff, and good scoop there by Brewer, the shortstop. Got the tag on the back of the base run, a little too late though. Looking at the recent results and upcoming schedule for the GSA Eagles, coming off a couple of tough losses at Mananoka, at Bucksport, 13-1 and 12-2 respectively. Pitch misses inside. Coming up next Tuesday, they'll be at Central, 4 p.m. start time in that one.
Tomorrow, actually.
Oh, my goodness.
Isn't it?
You are correct. No.
Well, today's the 14th.
Well, it should be Thursday the 15th.
Thursday the 15th, yeah.
Okay, that's what threw me off. Here's a ground ball back towards the middle. Brewer near the bag. Fields fires to first for the out. Carter over to third base.
And then at Lee Academy, or at home to Lee Academy next Monday, the 19th. George Stevens defeated Central the first time they played. That was a 5-4 victory. It was their second win of the season. They also defeated Sumner of East Sullivan 5-4. 2 one-run victories for the Eagles.
Breaking pitch, a called strike. And that ball is rattled through the left side. It's going to be an RBI base hit. Noah Grindle picks up a teammate at third base. Carter scoring to make it 8-4 Orono.
Yeah, good 2-out hitting there by Grindle. Another one of the freshmen for Dan Cain's club. Grounded it through the shortstop hole, and Skylar Carter scores with ease from third.
Now it's Vino serving as the DH, took ball 1. That one nips the outside edge, 1-1.
This game is kind of seemed in an Orono comfort zone, but 8-4 is not an insurmountable deficit for George Stevens Academy if they can string some hits together.
This breaking pitch misses. 2-1 the count.
Then they've got to stop Orono from matching every run that they score as well.
And Bagley gets the strike call there to even the count. Ooh, off-speed pitch there and a swing and a miss. Strike 3. GSA picks up a run after 4.5. Orono 8, Eagles 4. This is high school baseball on Ticket TV.
2024 was a fantastic year of growth for Next Home Experience, and it's all because of you. Thank you for choosing Next Home Experience for buying and selling your next home. Here's to a fantastic 2025. Get looped, get sold. Next Home Experience.
Nothing runs like a deer.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith Brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a deer. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
Back at Orono High School, 8-4. Orono with the lead over George Stevens Academy. High school baseball here on Ticket TV is brought to you by Sweet Cheeks Bakery. Don't forget to stock up on your favorite sweets from Sweet Cheeks before or after the game, with locations in Verona Island, Ellsworth, and, of course, they are open 24/7 at 113 Main Road in Holden.
Substitution defensively for George Stevens Academy, number 16, senior Caleb Snow, now playing right field. He replaces Zach Brown, who had come in earlier in the game to replace the starter, Wyatt McGraw, in the number 8 spot in the batting order, as well as in right field.
High school baseball on Ticket TV, also brought to you by North Star Waste and Recycling in Brewer. Call them at 989-4000. Top of the lineup due here for the Red Riots. Andrew Barrett, to be followed by Will Francis and Jack Brewer. Here's a pitch by Carter, and that ball is popped up left side. Looks like it's going to get out of play. Lands on the batting cage over there on the left side. For over 70 years, family-owned Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor has been cleaning and repairing rugs with care. Visit their new location at 69 Hillside Avenue or get a free quote at salibasrugcleaners.com. Clean rugs for a healthy home. 0-1. This is away to the left-handed batter. Bottom of the 5th inning, Orono 8, George Stevens 4. And that one is low, 2-1. Much closer affair than the first matchup between these two squads.
Indeed, that was 13-0 and ended in the 6th inning. George Stevens no hit in that game.
That ball is a line drive, base hit. Barrett's had some good swings here. Picks up his second hit of the ball game. A leadoff base hit here in the 5th inning for the Red Riots. Andrew now 2 for 4. He's hit the ball hard 3 times. And it brings up Will Francis. Will is 1 for 3 officially. Base hit, a run scored in the 7-run second inning. Will was squaring, runner taking off, and out at second base is going to be Barrett. Throw there by Charlie Sullivan right on the bag. So everybody's been swiping bases here today, Ernie. We're well into double figures when it comes to stolen bases, and finally somebody gets nabbed.
9 stolen bases, 9 of 10 for Orono on the stolen bases, but finally somebody thrown out. Good pitch to throw on, kind of up in the zone, and Charlie Sullivan could kind of stand into the throw and accurate right on the base to beat Barrett by enough for the out.
3-0 now to Will Francis. Pitch by Carter, up and in, bending Francis back. That's ball 4. Will down to first, Jack Brewer to the plate. Jack 0 for 1. He's walked a couple of times. Let's take a look at the recent results. Upcoming schedule for the Red Riots, coming off a couple of 7-run losses to Mount View and Old Town. That scored Old Town a little deceptive. It was 2-1 late in that ball game. Monday they're going to be at Foxcroft Academy. Wednesday hosting Bucksport here in Orono.
I believe they already have a win over Bucksport this season. Bucksport holding down the 8th spot as we speak with a 500 record in Class C North activity.
Carter to the plate. Francis not going, and that's on the inner half of the strike zone. Today's game brought to you by Hannaford's in Bar Harbor. Hannaford Bar Harbor is proud to support local youth sports, including high school softball and baseball. Visit them at 86 Cottage Street for fresh food, friendly service, and a commitment to our community. Learn more at hannaford.com. There goes Will Francis. Another good throw by Sullivan right on the bag. The tag by Spencer Young. Just a tad too late.
That is stolen base number 4 for Francis. He's got 4. Caitlin Bryan's got 2, and then 1 apiece for Brewer, Schaff, Bagley, and Williams.
Carter looks back at the base runner. A second time now misses outside for ball 4. So Brewer drawing his 3rd walk of the ball game. First and second here for the Red Riots, and Noah Schaff coming up. Today's game also presented by Greenway Equipment Sales in Ellsworth and Bangor. Nothing runs like a deer.
That was the 10th walk issued by George Stevens pitching. Orono has 5 hits in the game. 10 walks and a 1-hit batter, along with a couple of George Stevens errors leading to base runners as well.
Skylar Carter to the plate, and that one over the head of the batter Schaff. Today's game also presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Main Street in Bangor, and Union Street in Bangor.
Carter has issued 7 walks now.
And that one in the dirt, and runners will move up. Francis, the runner at third base, Brewer at second. Game today also presented by Next Home Experience. Next Home is the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. Outside.
I think Carter may be near the end of the run here. He's throwing a lot of pitches here. Mentioned with the walks, he's only allowed 1 run. He's kept George Stevens in the game.
That's a strike.
And George Stevens got another game tomorrow. So they're trying to Look at oh, that's Francis at third base doing a Schaff impersonation. Faking the run home.
There's a rip to left field for a base hit for Noah Schaff. Francis will score. Brewer will be held at third base. Noah picking up his third RBI, his second hit. It's now 9-4 Red Riots. Kaysen Bagley to the plate. Kaysen one official at bat, fouled out to third. Now they have the runner picked off and in a rundown at third base. Brewer's going to score though. Prior to the, no, they're going to say safe. So the Red Riots, technically a steal of home there.
Yes. A little backdoor double steal there in a way that had Schaff picked off, but couldn't apply the tag. And once Brewer saw the rundown situation over by first, he sped home. His second run score of the day.
Carter works, and that one is ripped past the diving Grindle at third base down the line off the bat of Kaysen Bagley. Now Schaff going for third, and he's going to get there. Bagley will take second on the throw. So the Orono bats coming to life here in this fifth inning.
7 hits now for the Red Riots. 3 of them here in the bottom of the fifth. Schaff there kind of hesitated at second base. He waited for the left fielder to throw the ball to the shortstop rather than third base. And once the throw was made to shortstop, he took off and got the extra base at third, and that allowed Bagley to get to second.
That went in the dirt. Here comes Schaff. He's going to score on the wild pitch to make it 11-4 Red Riots.
Just one out in the inning.
Skylar Carter had done a nice job in relief. As you said, Ernie, May getting low on the gas out there on the hill.
Yeah, he's throwing a lot of pitches, and like I say, George Stevens has got another game tomorrow. I won't leave anybody out there too long, but at the same time.
And that ball is hit hard and deep to left center field. That's going to get in the gap up against the fence. Bagley is in, and Logan Williams making his way over to third base. He's got a stand-up triple. And that's going to bring Dan Kane out of that third base dugout. And we're going to get another pitching change here. It looks like a left-hander coming on for George Stevens Academy, and we'll take another timeout with the pitching change. We are playing in the bottom of the fifth inning. The Orono Red Riots, their offense coming to life once again, and they lead at 12-4. This is high school baseball on Ticket TV.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
You deserve a clean car. Let the pros at Dean's Detailing renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. Enjoy your ride. Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit. Dean'sDetailing.com.
Tony Fawcett.
Dude, that's not.
We are back here at Orono. Jim Churchill, Ernie Clark in the Dean's Detailing broadcast booth. 12-4 our score. Orono has scored 3 times here in this 5th inning. I checked that 4 times here in this 5th inning. Led it 8-4 coming in. Most recently, a ringing RBI triple for Logan Williams, scoring Kason Bagley.
I think it's the first extra base hit of the game for the Red Riots.
I think you're right.
Yep, it is. I didn't know if Shafford had one yet, but got him for a couple of singles and a walk in his 4 plate appearances.
All right, new pitcher is Owen Damon, a sophomore left-hander for George Stevens Academy.
Sophomore southpaw.
So Williams at third base. Matt Allen to the plate. Man on the day, officially 1 for 3. And we got another balk here against a George Stevens pitcher. That's the 3rd of the ball game. That's going to bring Williams in from third base to make it 13-4. And that pitch is fouled off the foot of Matt Allen. High school baseball on Ticket TV, brought to you by Northeast Driving School. They've been the leader in driver training since 1969. Register for driver's ed courses today at Greater Bangor's #1 driving school. Go to northeastdrivingschool.com to select your course. Went down around the ankles. One ball and 1 strike to the Orono second baseman. Damon just missing outside. Today's game also presented by Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, the official sports grill of Ticket TV in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Different look by Damon, left-hander, but kind of coming off somewhere between 3/4 and sidearm. Yes, indeed.
Here's a ground ball to third. Grindle has it cleanly. Fires across the diamond low, and it's not scooped. It's going to go into foul territory, and Allen will take second base. Be a throwing error on Grindle. Now, Zach Ryder to the plate with a runner in scoring position.
Still just the 1 out here, bottom of the 5th. 5 runs in.
Runner going for third, and that's going to be a wild pitch going to the backstop. Here comes Allen for the plate, the throw to the plate, and he's going to slide in. Safe. Oh. Safe at the plate.
I think the ball might have been dropped there because it was going to be an out call, but that's the ball game.
That is the end of the ball game right there, as the run rule is in effect. Orono taking a 14-4 lead over George Stevens Academy, and that will be your final score. All right, we'll take a timeout. Back with the post-game show. That's up next. This is high school baseball on Ticket TV.
Acadia Federal Credit Union keeps you in touch with your money using our mobile app, Acadia Go. Access your account anytime, anywhere. Check balances, transfer funds, pay bills, and even deposit checks with the tap of a button. That's not all. Now with Apple Pay, use your fingerprint to pay for purchases. It's quick and your account information is never shared. Apple Pay is safe and private. Acadia Federal Credit Union, we keep you mobile. Acadia Federal Credit Union keeps you in touch with your money.
2024 was a fantastic year of growth for Next Home Experience, and it's all because of you. Thank you for choosing Next Home Experience for buying and selling your next home. Here's to a fantastic 2025. Get looped, get sold. Next Home Experience.
Make the switch to Hopkins Energy, your trusted source for #2 heating oil. In Maine's challenging climate, emergencies can happen anytime. That's why we offer fast and responsive emergency fuel deliveries, as well as automatic deliveries. Our dedicated team is always just a call away, ensuring you never run out of fuel. Dependable service tailored to your needs. Visit hopkinsenergy.com.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team, like the people at Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and get expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Maine's largest network of parts just got a little bigger. Coastal Auto Parts, newest location in Bangor, has all your automotive needs to get you to the moments that matter most. Whether you're a professional mechanic or just need a little help, find everything you need all under one roof. Our knowledgeable staff is here to assist you with friendly service and expert advice right here at 200 Sylvan Road, just off I-95. Drive in, stock up, and hit the road with confidence. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
You've lived quite a life. Now, it's time to live it up. We're here to help you enjoy all you've earned. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
Maine football's purpose and belief are represented in the One Direction arrow. The arrow is a reminder that it takes all of us working together to be the best. Blackbird Nation, join us as we work in one direction towards victory. One team, one state, one direction.
Welcome back to Orono High School. This one has gone final. Red Riots winning at 14-4 in 5 innings over the George Stevens Academy Eagles. So the Red Riots improved to 5-4 on the season. George Stevens falls to 2-8. Welcome into the post-game show. It's brought to you by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor and on Wilson Street in Brewer. Jim Churchill, Ernie Clark, and our Ticket TV team on hand here for this one in Orono. Nice day for baseball and a good one for the Red Riots as they get back on the winning track after a couple of tough losses. Ernie, do you have your game recap ready?
Yeah, I believe I do. Final score once again, Orono 14 and George Stevens Academy 4 in 5 innings of play. A couple big innings for the Red Riots. 7 runs on 4 hits, an error, and 3 left in the bottom of the second to give them a 7-0 lead. And then it was 8-4 when the Red Riots punched home 6 runs on 4 more hits, an error, and nobody left in the bottom of the 5th to end the game, with Matt Allen scoring the winning run from second base on a wild pitch, close play at the plate. Those 8 hits, by the way, the 4 in the second inning and the 4 in the 5th were the only hits that Orono had. They had 8 hits, 14 runs, 8 hits, 5 errors, 7 left on base for the Red Riots. For the George Stevens Academy Eagles, 4 runs on 2 hits, 4 errors, and 6 left on base. Repeat hitters in the game for Orono. Noah Schaff with a pair of singles and a walk in 4 plate appearances. He went 2 for 3 officially with 3 RBIs and 3 runs scored and a stolen base. And I think he was it was Andrew Barrett also had 2 hits for Orono. He was 2 for 4 out of the leadoff spot in the order. Scored a run and had an RBI in that second inning. Will Francis, 1 hit, a single, but reached on the error and also walked, scored twice, and stole 4 bases for the Red Riots. And Callum Bryant, down in the 9th spot in the order, stole a couple bases as well to highlight the Orono attack. for George Stevens Academy. Oh, let's see here. It was an RBI single by Noah Grindle in the 5th inning. That cut the gap at the time to 8-4. He drove home Skylar Carter, who had walked and stolen second and reached third on a infield ground out by Porter Gilbert. The other hit in the game for George Stevens Academy was a single by Charlie Sullivan in the 3rd inning, a no-out single, but that drove home a run as he drove home Spencer Young from third base. Just the 2 hits for George Stevens. Pitching win goes to, well, I believe it goes to Bagley, but I'm not sure because it only went 5 innings.
Yeah.
Bryant pitched 2 2/3, and then the loss goes to the starter for George Stevens, Max Eckenfelder. And as you mentioned, Orono now 5-4 on the season, and George Stevens Academy at 2-8.
All right. Thank you for that recap, Ernie. It's brought to you by Hidden Meadows Golf Course, 240 West Old Town Road in Old Town, where golf is for everyone. Time now for our play of the game. It's brought to you by your local family-owned McDonald's as well. Callum Bryant started the game on the mound for the Orono Red Riots, was moved into left field, Bagley taking over on the hill. And in the latter part of this one, was it in the 4th inning?
Leading off the top of the 5th.
Top of the 5th inning. And here's a look at that great catch in left field by Callum Bryant.
Yeah, Wyatt Young at the plate for George Stevens Academy, and he launched a pretty well-hit ball to left center, toward the left field line, and didn't look like at first that Bryant would get to the ball. He's also looking into a pretty heavy-duty sun out there in left field, but was able to stretch out while staying upright the whole time and reaching with the backhand to make the catch. And
then he went tumbling.
And then he went to the ground and maintained possession first out of the inning. But a heck of a play with the conditions as good as they are, as nice as they are today, not conducive to great play by left fielders because of the inability to see with the sun in your face. But Callum Bryant moved out to left field and made the most of it with a stirring catch there as Orono maintained its lead and went on to the 5-inning victory.
All right, Callum Bryant with the McDonald's play of the game. Who is going to be our Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center player of the game, Ernie?
Well, that's going to go to the cleanup batter for the Orono Red Riots, Noah Schaff, who had a couple of hits, was 2 of 3 officially at the plate with a walk, scored 3 runs, drove home 3 runs, stole a base, and played catcher today. And to play catcher for either side was not that easy, as the control issues that all the pitchers in this game faced was fairly significant. But he must have stopped somewhere between half a dozen and a dozen balls in the dirt off his chest during the game, and just played the position of catcher as it's meant to be played. You sacrifice your body for the good of the team, and he certainly did that, but also made a huge difference out of the cleanup spot in the batting order with a couple of key hits, including a 2-run single during that 7-run second inning and a 1-run single in the 5th as Orono put the game away.
All right, thank you, Ernie, for that, and congrats to Noah Schaff. He's our Hero Sports Grill player of the game. Time now to look at our upcoming broadcast schedule here on Ticket TV. No games tomorrow on Ticket TV, but we are back at it on Friday evening from Cameron Stadium in Bangor. It's high school lacrosse making its debut on Ticket TV, and Brewer taking on Bangor at 5:45. We're looking for a game on Tuesday. We'll see how that plays out. More lacrosse next Wednesday, the 21st, Hamden Academy at John Bapst from Husson University. And then we have high school softball as well, as the Eagles of Ellsworth take on the Old Town Coyotes. I believe that game is on Thursday, the 22nd. But that's our upcoming broadcast schedule here on Ticket TV. A reminder to follow us on social media. I don't have it up there, but follow us on Facebook, follow us on X, follow us on Instagram, and we'll keep you updated on all things the ticket, and all things Ticket TV as well. Now we want to thank our fine crew for their work here today under pretty good conditions. We had a little breeze. But great job by Max Pottle, our producer and director. Also did the graphics. Scoreboard operator Matt Cunha back behind us in the trailer. And camera operators Kim Mitchell and Dylan Hodgden, who's standing to our right. Another UTC students joining us here on the Ticket TV team. Ernie Clark, you have a good evening, and we'll see you next week, I guess.
See you next week.
All right. Jim Churchill signing off from Orono High School. Again, your final score, the Orono Red Riots 14, the George Stevens Academy Eagles 4. This has been High School Baseball on Ticket TV.
Your local professional eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food, stay for the friends.
Nothing runs like a deer.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith Brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a deer. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
High School Sports on Ticket TV has been brought to you by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street, Bangor, Union Street, Bangor, and Wilson Street, Brewer. Greenway Equipment Sales in Bangor and Ellsworth. Nothing runs like a deer. Next Home Experience. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. Hidden Meadows Golf Course in Old Town, where golf is for everyone. Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center in downtown Bangor. Heroes is the place to be. Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and office furniture. Dean's Detailing, the leader in auto detailing since 1971. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. UMaine Athletics. For Black Bear tickets, visit goblackbears.com/tickets or call 581-BEAR. And Northeast Driving School, Greater Bangor's best driver's education for 56 years. Ticket TV is also brought to you by Darling's Auto Group, Acadia Federal Credit Union, Bangor Mall Cinemas, Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company, Uno Pizzeria and Grill, Bangor Window Shade and Drapery, Doors Equipment Company, Union Street Towing, Pushaw Energy, The Fitch Company, Bennett Auto Center, The Growing Place, Hillside Athletics, UMaine Early College, Bangor Tire Company, Old Town Redemption Center, Pat's Pizza in Hamden, Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, Saliba's Rug Cleaners, Traditions Golf Course, North Star Waste and Recycling, Bar Harbor Hannaford, Sweet Cheeks Bakery, Hopkins Energy, Coastal Auto Parts, Brewer Federal Credit Union, Hammond Lumber Company, First National Bank, and Thomas College. High School Sports on Ticket TV is a production of Sportsnet Maine and 92.9 The Ticket.